Some days it just feels like YouTube Studio is the most demoralizing thing on the planet. I'm sure you've been there, I know I have. You've got a great idea for a video, you've written it out, you've scripted it, you've recorded it, you spent hours in editing, and then you've uploaded it to YouTube. If you're anything like me, then you'll let that sit for a bit, maybe half a day, and you're feeling really good. You've got a video out there. So you open up YouTube Studio to see how well it's doing, and guess what? Nada. So where I think this is a really important topic for us to discuss is because this happens to every new creator, and the majority of people will handle it in one of two ways. They'll either look at that flatline performance and just feel like a complete failure and just completely give up on YouTube altogether. And I say that's probably the majority of people starting out creating content on YouTube. They'll publish 1 or 2 videos, they won't see any traction, and they just don't see the point, they don't see they can ever get past that point, so they just give up. And the second thing I think a lot of creators do after uploading 1 or 2 or maybe 3 videos and seeing those not achieve the traction that they were hoping for or not achieve any traction and just flatline is that they start pivoting their content and they start getting into this mode of chasing those views. And when they publish their next couple of videos, they keep pivoting, they keep changing, they keep trying to appeal to the algorithm. They're still trying to chase those views. And in this video, I want to explain how that kind of approach, constantly pivoting and changing your content, can be hurting you in the long run. So there's a quote that I came across that I come back to every time I release a video that's a bit of a dud or a flop or just doesn't perform the way I thought it would. And I start getting a bit caught up in my own thoughts and getting a bit of negativity around the content I'm producing. And I come back to this quote, and that's, "The day you plant the seed isn't the day you eat the fruit." So think about that for a minute, and I think it really, really resonates with growing a YouTube channel, because what you're doing is planting seeds for the future. And you need to get yourself into the mindset of planting seeds, and it doesn't matter if they don't grow overnight. Some of those seeds might take weeks or months to pick up. I've published videos on a couple of my channels that have done absolutely terribly for the first 3, 4, 5 weeks. And then suddenly after a couple of months, it starts picking up traction as YouTube starts finding the right audience for that video. And that's the next thing I want to talk about, which is how YouTube works and how the algorithm will push your content.
The algorithm.
As a content creator, you need to unlearn everything you think you've learned about the algorithm, because it's really, really simple. All YouTube is trying to do is pair your content with the right audience. That means whatever type of content you're making, the YouTube algorithm is just trying to find the right audience to serve that content to. It's not working against you, it's not trying to shadow ban you, it's not some kind of punitive being. It's literally a mechanism for pairing content with the right type of viewer. This gets me back to the people who are constantly trying to pivot and change their content to chase views. And don't get me wrong, when I say pivot, I don't mean that you shouldn't be trying to up your game every time you release a new video. You should definitely always try and improve something every time you release a video, whether that's the video production quality, your audio, your on-camera presence, your storytelling, or even your titles and thumbnails. What I'm talking about is pivoting styles and pivoting content types to try and chase the audience rather than letting the audience come to you. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, Craig, that's great, but I don't think there is an audience for my content. I've been putting stuff out there for months and no one's watching it. There is no audience for my content, so I'm just going to move along to something else. So if that's you, I just want to give you a little bit of perspective here. YouTube has got 2.5 billion active users. Think about that for a second, 2.5 billion. Do you know how many people exist on planet Earth? Around 8 billion. That literally means about a third of the planet is your potential audience. So you can't possibly tell me with that amount of users on YouTube, there's not a genuine interested audience somewhere out there on YouTube that likes your type of content. Now, as I said, it might be that you're producing bad quality videos and that's the reason that you're not seeing any growth. So focus on improving quality, focus on delivering the best production value you can in your videos with the tools you've got. But don't feel the constant need to pivot and change strategy and change content altogether in order to chase those views. Because what you're actually doing is you're hurting yourself in the long run, because you're not giving YouTube enough opportunity to properly analyze what your content is and pair that with the right audience, because you're constantly chopping and changing. And this kind of gets me to my final point, and I know it's a buzzword and it's an absolute YouTube cliche, but it matters in the context of what I'm talking about, and that's consistency. So consistency can mean different things to different people, especially on YouTube. But when I think about consistency, I think about that flat line of videos that just aren't performing. And realizing that the reason that they're flatlining, the reason that they're not performing well, may not be because the content is bad, but they just haven't found the right audience yet. So if you're in that position and you put a few videos out on YouTube and they're not getting any traction at all, or they're just flatlining and you're starting to feel really negative in yourself and you're wondering what you should do, my advice for now would be to just keep doing that, to keep making that type of content, to be consistent, And remember that the day you plant the seed isn't the day you eat the fruit. I'm Craig, and if you found this video helpful, then please hit the like button. It really does help, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. In the meantime, good luck with your channels, and see you next time.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road.